Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I want to talk to you about two things in this video. The first one is the latest updates from Gaza, and the second one is the updates from the Lebanese front, especially with Hizbullah's increasingly sophisticated attacks in Israel, deeper into Israeli territories. I'm going to start off with Gaza. So we have limited numbers of Israeli soldiers in Gaza after the withdrawal of the main fighting division from Gaza, and these forces are obviously occupying forces that commit genocide against the Palestinian people, and obviously the resistance does not leave them alone. Today we had a lot of activity from Saraya Al-Quds, the armed wing of the PIJ. They specifically targeted Rashid Street locations where the occupation forces are present at, specifically with mortar shellings. Lots of mortar shells on Al-Rashid Street where Israeli forces are, near an area called Al-Baydar that's in the western part of Gaza. It didn't stop there. Their more significant attack was a heavy mortar shell on Unit 162 command base that's stationed next to the Turkish hospital. They stationed some of these command units next to hospitals. Imagine talking about using people as human shields and sensitive locations. They know that they're going to be attacked, but the Palestinian resistance, they target them very carefully and avoid obviously targeting anything to do with the hospital. They targeted them successfully today with heavy mortars. They're stationed next to the Turkish hospital, this command base of Unit 162 in the Israeli army, and that's near Netzarim. Netzarim is the area that splits Gaza from the north to the south, where most of the Israeli occupation forces are present at the moment. And we have more evidence coming out, more revelations about the atrocities that this terrorist army is committing in its genocide against the Palestinian people in Gaza, with a further 35 civilian bodies found next to Nasser Hospital. The people are calling it a massive graveyard. Israeli forces dug very deep to keep the bodies hidden as much as possible, and like I spoke to you in the previous video, they found bodies with missing organs, missing body parts, and many of them were handcuffed as well, of these innocent civilians. Mass executions in hospitals, similarly to what they've done with Al-Shifa Hospital, yet these things are not highlighted. This devastation, this barbarism, this catastrophe against innocent civilians, and we're seeing more and more evidence coming out every single day from this genocidal satanic death cult. The second thing that I want to talk to you about is obviously Hizbullah. Hizbullah are more and more sophisticated by the day. Today, they attacked a GOLANI and EGOZ unit in Acre, in the northern part of Israel, with 3 UAVs. Israel admitted UAVs came into Israel. As a matter of fact, Israel confirmed that in the past 24 hours, 60 missiles were launched from Lebanon on Israel, and 6 UAVs entered Israeli airspace from Lebanon. Hezbollah also attacked the Ramim base and Israeli forces in the Karantina Hill successfully with the suitable weapons. Hezbollah don't always declare the weapons that they use. Many times they'll say we attack them with the relevant weapons. It could be guided missiles or shells or heat-guided missiles. And Israel, they obviously they killed many of the Hezbollah fighters in the last 6 months, but in one of the recent strikes, they killed 2 Lebanese women and injured 6 civilians in Lebanon. So clearly it's still escalating between Hezbollah and Israel, and Hezbollah is increasingly showing more and more sophistication. And with the 200th day of Al-Aqsa flood, there was a statistic released about the number of attacks conducted and taken by the Palestinian resistance supporting movements. So the other resistance movements, primarily obviously Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen. So far we've had 1,998 attacks from the supporting resistance fronts. That's from Lebanon, that's from Iraq, and from Yemen, 243 of which came from Iraq. And these were the main things that I wanted to talk to you about in this video, and I will see you soon in the next video. Take care.